Right, so it's right about now that we get to know our guest anchors before they guest anchor. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Reading news?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about reading news. Looks a bit scary. But,
really scary?
Yeah.
Lavine, what do you think after you've seen the drama behind the scenes?
I'd actually practiced for 6 months.
Because you were coming to Friday Roofing 6 months ago.
You live by faith.
You live by faith.
But everything I practice is out the window.
All right,
we'll just wing it.
So we can always have space for a sports anchor.
Okay.
This is gonna be like an interview.
For
him, not for you, Larry.
No,
remember you said you're just here
no. It comes as a package.
What does that mean?
Can you imagine selling that to the people?
So you think he's
Sports
not
news with the Asegos.
No.
Marketable.
Don't use the Asegos.
Besides that, we can pronounce Deportivo La Coruña.
What's that?
Exactly. That's why you should hire us.
That's the problem. That's exactly the problem, because as a viewers, we don't understand what that is.
No, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I don't understand. Please educate me.
Deportivo La Coruña? You don't understand that?
Please tell me.
It's a football team.
Let's do conservation and environment.
No, and that's okay, fine. You know what?
It's a football team.
That's why I love rugby so much. I'm sorry. All right, so welcome Larry Asego. Of course, you've heard the voice and you've heard him on some place, on radio. And Lavine Asego, who is a celebrated Kenya Sevens rugby player. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
So I want to start by, obviously, people are saying that you guys look so much alike, but you're very different. And it's because Larry, you're a bully. I've seen that already in the few minutes I've seen you. You look like the bully. Is that true? When you guys were growing up?
Yes.
Yes? When you go home.
I'm actually the quiet one.
Really?
You'll be very surprised. I'm the quiet one.
So you just talk?
A typical weekend in the Asego household, I'm the quiet one.
Really?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, actually I think it's true, because all the talking, he has to earn that bread. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah. So how has it been on radio? I mean, you've been through so many shows throughout the 24-hour time.
Yeah.
How has it been? Do you love it? Do you think it's something that you want to ditch and do something else in the near future?
It's been a brilliant experience all through. Started off doing breakfast show, then I went to late night, went to mid-morning, I went to drive right now where I am. And it's been a roller coaster ride. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I mean, it's just connecting with the people, getting to do it every single day. The tension of getting into studio and delivering.
I understand that.
It's not the easiest thing. People just think that when you go on air and you're just talking, it seems seamless, but behind that, it's by design. It's not by default. You have to practice it. You have to train. I mean, when you're anchoring, it's a lot of practice behind it.
Definitely.
And then eventually you deliver it. And I will do it for as long as I have to do it.
Yeah.
Then eventually come and do sports anchoring here, since you're already offered the job.
Well, I don't know. You have to talk to Joe, my managing editor.
Don't worry, Joe, come on.
We'll see if you can actually do it shortly. We'll see how you can do it. But also, the other thing is you're so much into sports.
Yes, I love sports.
Yeah.
Because I think sports actually a uniting factor. When you're supporting a team, whether it's football, rugby, hockey, whether it's athletics. I mean, we don't think about tribe. We don't see that this person is the one who scored, this person from this part of the country scored. It's a uniting factor.
Right.
And I believe sports is actually what is going to save the world. Because when you see some of these big nations that are conflicting, most of the times that they unite actually is on the field.
Yeah.
When you see the US playing either the Iran or Iraq, whatever it is, it's on the field. That's where you can actually bring them together.
Even here in Kenya during the matches, I mean, no one says like, okay, you come from this part of the everyone, we're a team.
It's a uniting factor. That's why actually I'm so much into sports. I believe we need to put more effort into actually promoting our sports men and women, because that's where national pride comes from. Yeah,
but Lavine, now you're at the center of it.
Yeah. How
did you start your career in rugby?
Actually, funny story. Well, it's not so funny now that
I know he's laughing. I know why he's laughing.
But when I joined high school, actually the rugby crowd were the cool kids. Actually,
plus the basketball guys too.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah. So when I joined Form 1, actually I went for rugby training so that I don't do the chores that are given to Form 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was actually...
The cleaning of the dining hall.
Yeah, it was actually to Sky work.
Oh, really?
So I used to go with the rugby team, I just train, but then when it comes to the hard stuff, the hard contact, I used to run away.
Okay. So it's not by default that you wanted to do something that came as a mistake, that because you did not want to do some duties in school?
Exactly, yeah. I was
but has it paid off?
Definitely.
Definitely.
It has, yeah.
All right, so of course you've been off the scene for quite some time because of the injury you had, but also there are very many questions about, are you retiring? Are you going to go back full swing?
Well, actually at the moment, because I got injured last year in Hong Kong. I ruptured my Achilles. You see these days I get these high-profile injuries. I rupture my Achilles. When I joined,
gets that?
when I joined, it just used to be a blow in the eye, you know. But these days,
but because you're a senior,
I have a bruised metatarsal such times. But anyway,
interesting.
Yeah, I ruptured my Achilles. It's been a long healing process.
Yeah.
And my focus was on to get my fitness back.
Right.
And I've done that through like Lamek Bawonko, the physiotherapist, and a lot of work done by my club, Mwamba. So at the moment I'm focusing on Mwamba. I've been focusing on the Kenya Cup, and hopefully like through that way I can get my fitness back. And if the coaches deem fit that they need me, then I'm always there. But my aim at the moment is to put myself in the best position to put myself for selection.
So you are not retiring anytime soon?
Who retires from rugby? To do
well,
what? To do what? I don't know.
Maybe to go into football, something.
No, you don't retire from rugby to go to football. That's what we call hustling backwards.
Hustling backwards, I like that. All right, but then also the other thing is that we have to talk about this Singapore Sevens, which was really a historic moment for all of us.
Big, yes.
Talk to us about it. How did you feel watching the team, being out there winning?
Actually, Singapore Sevens is, if you want to know the magnitude of that victory, is the number of people that actually were touched personally, because you find there's the likes of Pritney and that, the guys who started the Sevens scene way back.
Right.
They started it, they took it all the way where they could. They fell short on many occasions. Then there was the likes of Philip Mwenesi, Sami Gakame, who picked it up. Oscar Siri picked it up, and the current coach Benjamin Aimba, they took it. There was Dennis Mwanja who came, Innocent Simiyu. There was our lot. Now there's Biko Adema. Then there's Oyo. You see, it's a whole generation of guys who tried to achieve something specific. And finally, for many of us who've seen it in our lifetime, I think it was immense. The emotion is immense, and it's actually something very big that happened.
Did you feel short that you were not part of that team at that time?
No, because it's not just about the destination.
Right.
It's also the journey that matters.
Okay.
So I believe my contribution towards where the team was at that moment, I think I was very happy for them. And I'm sure the guys who went before us, they are equally as happy. Of course, I would have loved to be there on that particular occasion, but I'm content knowing that my contribution towards
the bigger picture.
Exactly. As small as it is, that for me was golden.
All right. But the thing about the Asegos, so to speak, is there is excellence in what you do. That's the truth. I mean, as you play, and of course in radio, and right here at the Standard Group, we have your brother, Nelson, who's a senior editor, and of course again, Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, what does it take to be the best in what you do?
I think it's good grounding. It starts at home, it starts with the family. Of course, you have good support structures. You have parents who are disciplinarians. If you meet Mr. and Mrs. Asego, you'll understand why.
Well, talk to us about them. How are they?
I mean, we come from a large family.
Yes.
Okay, 10 kids.
Wow.
It's
so they're aiming at a football team.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, we fell short of a rugby team, actually. But it's a big family, and of course, so many things are expected of you. Nothing is handed to you on a silver platter.
Yes.
You have to fight your way through. Okay, and that's what has made us grow to what we are. Okay, every single person is in pursuit of excellence in whatever it is that you do.
Right.
Okay, never fall short. From primary school, secondary school, and in everything that you do it well.
Yes.
So we say, do what you do it well.
But the other thing also is that, like you mentioned, it didn't come to you on a silver platter, and I'm sure it's also the same case for your other siblings. For people who are watching there, and it always feels like you have to know somebody to be someone. Is that the truth?
Actually, if I take it from a rugby perspective, the time I joined the national team, I think in 2002.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow.
It's been
I'm just short of asking you, how old are you?
I know you can do the math. Anyway, when I joined the national team, I joined it while playing for Mwamba. At that time, it was known that there was this notion that only people from Impala and Harlequins play for the national team. But I joined the national team from Mwamba. Wow. And that for me was an achievement. Yes. So the issue about you have to know someone, you have to have umetengenezewa njia.
Right.
For sports, it's pretty hard because if you're a fraud, you'll be exposed very quickly.
Yes.
So just like that is as in life. So you work hard and you're rewarded.
But do you really have to focus on something? Because Larry, you are you're so many things. First of all, you're even into acting. You went now into radio. All those shows that you mentioned. I mean, to what point do you feel like this is the right place that I want to be? Also considering that growing up, you always have dissenting views about your mom wants you to be a doctor, your dad wants you to be a lawyer, you want to be an artist.
My dad was convinced that I was going to be a teacher.
Okay, you could pass for a teacher.
I am a teacher.
No, okay, but now like blackboard and everything.
But I do. It's not blackboard. It's whiteboard or a smartboard.
All right.
But
I know.
Everything I've done has built up to what I'm doing now.
Right.
I went to University of Nairobi. I did my education there, French and linguistics. Majored in French. I went to Alliance Française and started teaching there. And then from there, I got into acting with Heartstrings Kenya. And I acted with them for a long time, like 10 years on stage with the likes of Kenendambuki and everybody. And then from there, I got a call-up to go for an interview for my first radio gig because they saw what I did on stage. They're like, can you replicate this on radio? And then, of course, we went for interviews, went for internship and audition and all that. And at the end, I was selected. So, I started growing that slowly, and then TV came along where I hosted a French quiz on TV and thereafter a game show. So it continued building up on what I'd done. Okay, I still didn't stop what I was doing in terms of teaching. I still teach French, Alliance Française. I do radio. Right now I'm not doing television. I built into something else, into photography. So it's pushing yourself to the limit and growing yourself. Don't get into that comfort zone and say that, listen, I am here and this is all I'm going to do. Explore everything that you want to do. Explore it and just do it. Do what you do well. Okay,
and talking about exploring and doing things well, Lavine, I hear there could be something to do with radio in the offing. I don't know. I just heard. I don't know. Maybe you can say if it's true or not.
No, actually, what I decided to do is I have a sports podcast. Basically, I love sports. Right. I found someone who loves talking. So we decided, let's sit down and talk about sports. Okay. So we have a sports podcast, it's Benchwarmers. And it's good fun. It's something to do. It's not something pressure. Yeah. There's no pressure of the mini cameras. Okay. Like this one. Yeah, I don't have to do makeup. So
you didn't want the makeup.
Yeah, so it's just something for fun we do. But I like the way it's growing. So far, we've done 30 episodes, majorly cover the Kenya Cup.
How can we listen to them?
We are currently on SoundCloud. Okay. If you just go to SoundCloud, just search for Benchwarmers. Okay. Our tagline is Benchwarmers, your girlfriend's favorite sports.
All right, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna try and catch that. Yeah. All right, that's interesting. And Larry, is there anything else? Because I think you've done too much. Is it time to chill, or is there anything else you're looking
there's
the future?
There's nothing like doing too much. Yeah. I need to finish several things. You have
what are these things?
No, I have to be Kenya's ambassador to France at one point. Okay. I have ambassadorial ambitions.
Wait. Oh wow! All right.
I have to finish my thesis for my doctorate.
Wow, great.
There's something just about Dr. Asego. I don't know. It sounds nice.
But do you say?
I'll be tagging along on that one. Really? People confuse us sometimes. Yeah. Once you get that doctor, all about that life. All of us are all about that life.
Okay,
you have so much. You have so much. Yeah. You've been given life. Yes. Okay, enjoy it. Do everything that you want to do. Exactly. If you want to get into conservation and do it properly. Right. If you want to do sports, do it. Do it and do it well. And do it well because there's so many opportunities out there. Yeah. Just grab them and move with it. All right.